So here we have the Nike Total 90, and this is called the third version, which is 3, in black and metallic silver. And these were originally released in the year 2000, so they're 25 years old and obviously due a retro. And it's made as a football or soccer cleat originally, and so it would have had the spikes at the bottom instead of this midsole. And they were famous in terms of worn by soccer player or football player called Wayne Rooney and Roberto Carlos of Brazil fame. And they were reinvented for today's lifestyle, for the football trend really, I guess, and to kind of capitalise on, I suppose, the Adidas Samba, for example, and the other sort of low silhouettes like the SL72 and a lot of the sort of football ones as well that are out from Puma and things of that sort of nature. So with the details, it comes in a black, white, tall yellow and metallic silver colourway, so you can see that on the upper here. The metallic silver is this here of the 90 being on the medial side of the sneaker. And also it has what I think is a polyurethane midsole. It feels quite firm to the touch, and even inside there isn't too much give, so I don't think it's a Phylon midsole, because usually it's a bit softer. And it also has a rubber outsole that you can see here, so it's a very basic type of footwear. And it also has what they're calling asymmetric lacing system. I actually like this because this is on the Footscapes, which I have a pair of, which I really liked. And also it has this quilted upper lining, and I think it's mainly due to, these are worn as football or soccer boots, and to give you that extra bit of, I think, in my opinion, texture, and also if you're hitting the ball, you've got this contour shape going on, which kind of gives you a little bit more grip and more control, I'm guessing. And obviously the shape of the toe box as well helps towards curling the ball and things like that from the outside of your foot or from the medial side of your foot. So it serves that purpose for for a soccer shoe. And it's got all leather construction. It feels kind of like leather. Obviously it's a shiny leather. I don't know if it's patent leather, because it has that look of patent leather, I guess. And the price for these are £100. So with the comfort and sizing, I think these are kind of more on the firm side really. There's a little bit of give, and the insole is quite squishy, so I'm going to go with medium firm for now, because that's what it feels like to me. Very low to the ground. Again, like I said, like the SL72, like the Samba or the Gazelles or the Campus, very much feeling in those types of shoes. On the basis of wearing time, I think probably anywhere between 2 to 10 hours. I think if you've got a really slim foot, especially if you're I know this is not a women's shoe, but it's got that kind of contoured shape to it, and elongated front area. So for me, I think it'll take you anywhere between 2 to 8 hours, I guess, to break in. And I'm kind of because I have a wide foot, I'm experiencing a bit of an issue here. But other than that, I like the asymmetric lacing because it just puts less pressure on the top of your foot. So for that reason, I think it should be good to go, in terms of wearing time. And I do recommend going true to size on these, I guess. And if you have a wide foot as well, I'd say true to size, and potentially even going half size down. And the reason I say that, I bought these half size up just to kind of see, from my normal true to size. And my toe comes to about here, which with socks on, so there's kind of too much room. There's more, going over an inch worth of room, so I could have gone true to size, and I think that would have done it for me. But I think if you've got narrow foot, you could potentially go down half size, but if not, to stay on the safe side, then go true to size. And I think they've got great grip. If you look at the bottom, obviously it's not going to have the cleat type situation, but in terms of the grip itself, it's made of herringbone, and it's got these little radial patterns, which is really good, especially if you're playing I suppose football on like an AstroTurf or indoor football. I think it would work good for that basis. So with the look and style, I do like the dark colourway. I'm not a fan of the, I suppose, the metallic colour. I think that one will probably be more popular, but there's also, I think, a red or a burgundy version, and I'm sure there'll be more releasing. And I think this is a good piece of footwear for the autumn-winter if you're going to be wearing it casually, more so because of the fact that, it's all over black and it's made of leather. And like I said, it's a casual wear shoe. It's not really a smart wear. You can see it's got that performance look to it. And it comes with the black laces, but you can also put in a pair of grey as well to kind of match the metallic silver, but also white would work as well. So So the final thoughts, I do like the silhouette in terms of its uniqueness. That's kind of what attracted me to it. Would I be keeping this? Probably not, but I do like the kind of the unique look of them, I guess. And I like the asymmetrical lacing, like I mentioned before. And also the heritage overall, you know, being, I suppose, adapted as a football shoe. I think, you know, that's quite a cool touch, and I think a lot of people would be interested in it, especially for like game day, you know, when you go to see a football team, that kind of stuff, you know, I'm sure they'll be popular with the guys. And also I think the purpose for these, I think, would really be good for like indoor football, like I mentioned earlier, or if you're playing on concrete, especially like in the, you know, the school playground. You know, if you're playing sort of football at lunchtime, that kind of thing, and you can kind of wear these like casually, but also, you know, to school and that kind of stuff. So for me, I think they'll be popular, and because of this toe being shaped more for like football, you know, soccer purposes, I think it'll work well pretty much, you know, as an all-rounder, and that's kind of what most kids use it for. The cons, I think the comfort, it's not going to be anything amazing. You know, like I said, it's low to the ground, it's very sort of more on the firm side. Kind of similar to a Dunk, but probably slightly less clunky than a Dunk. And like I said, it needs a bit of breaking time. So for me, I think, you know, once you sort of break them in, they should be better. And I would also say the sizing is a bit off. So for me, I think, you know, I could have went true to size and I would have been okay, but true to size or going half size down would work. So with the ratings, I'm going to give a look at star of 3. I think it's okay. I think it's not anything special, and the comfort as well, I'm going to give that 3. It's pretty similar to a Nike Dunk. And the quality, I'm going to go 4. I think you know, the all over leather material is quite nice, and it's made pretty well. You know, there's a few sort of like marks over the top of the overlay, being sort of pattern leather type material. And the price, I'm going to go 4 as well. £100 is kind of similar to all the other sneakers that are out and about, whether it's the Puma Speedcat or the SL72 or the Samba or the Gazelle, you know, all those types of trainers. And that's why overall I'm going to give the score 3. It's not like, you know, anything for me, you know, in particular. It's not something that I would wear, but I understand there's a kind of niche marketplace for this, I guess. You know, like I said, mostly for sort of kids playing football, or, you know, if you're going to watch a football match, that kind of stuff. I think, you know, these will work well. But other than that, you know, I think it's solid, but not anything special for me.